Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Yet another session, that is the session number 3. In our 5th chapter, Organizing, you will now understand what are the structures in organizing and what are the structures which is used by the organization. So there are like too many structures, but we are restricting to your syllabus, so we have like 2 of the structures. So we'll go with it. What is the next topic is the types of organization structure, and let me tell you students, this is a POQ question. What is it? It's a POQ question. This is a POQ. What is this POQ is? Practical oriented question. That means if you just write whatever I'll tell you in this session, you will get 5 marks. So there are 2 of the structures which is there in your syllabus. The first one is functional structure and the second is divisional structure. If you ask me a question, sir, in the entire organization of a different companies we have only these 2 structures, then my answer would be no. You have too many structures, but let us restrict yourself and ourselves with these 2 because it is there in your syllabus. So what is functional structure and divisional structure? I'll tell you. Moving on, we have the first one, that is functional structure. Now in this functional structure here, when you see, right, you will get to know it is all dependent upon the function or the nature of what the job is given to each individual. They'll actually group it. All these structures are what? It's all grouping, and this functional structure is used not for a big company but for a smaller company where the products are less, the employees are less. What is this functional structure? Where the grouping is done because of the function. On the basis of the function of the people, they'll do the grouping. So we have something called the first one, right, the managing director. Now this person, MD, what we say, he's in the top level. So please understand the levels of management, right? Now there are like 3 kind of a thing. Now you have something called top level, then you have middle level, then you have supervisory level. Who will come in the top level? All these. MD is a person who comes in the top level. Here all the managers, what is it? All the managers, they come here. Managers, they come in the middle level, and then followed by the supervisory level. Whoever comes, I'll just tell you who are the people who usually come in the supervisory level. Here what happens is, see, functional structure means what? On the basis of their function it is divided. So MD is our managing director. Now this person need to actually be in the top level where he'll guide everything to the managers. Now who are the managers? Now we have something called human resource as one of the department. Human resource. Now in the human resource, what happens is all the things, whatever the functions of human resource is carried, it will be put here in the human resource. Then we have something called research and development. Whatever you need to have innovative ideas or updates or creativity, all these things are done by whom? The research and development department. So they'll categorize that into one more group, that is research and development. You have in this company called marketing department. Here what happens is all marketing things happen. So in a nutshell, I'll tell you everything properly in detail. So let's go with one more example. Here I'll give you a practical example. You'll understand functional structure better. So here you have this person called MD, okay, managing director. Let's take an example of a company, a private company, which is not a very big company, it's a small company. And these people are there who manufacture something and they sell something, right? So he's a MD. Here when people are there, you need to have a department called HR department, that is human resource department. Now he is a manager, right? This person is there, right? Now he is a manager of HR department. So HR manager, this guy is a HR manager. Now here there is like a girl is there. Now she is a marketing manager. Now whatever they actually manufacture, this is the lady who need to go for the marketing, and then she need to get the customers, she need to attract the customer. This is what she need to do. Here what happens is in-house, that is the human resource manager, he need to actually see that all the work is done properly or not, whether the employees are satisfied or not, whether salary is being given by the company to the employees or not, everything will actually be seen by this HR manager. That means he only deals with human, right? And here marketing means what all comes in the marketing, I'll explain you here, right? So this is what the functional structure is. On the basis of their function, it is divided. Now HR manager, what is his function? The function of HR manager is, first he need to recruit. What he should do? He need to recruit. What is the meaning of recruitment? Recruitment means inviting people to face the interview. What is it? Inviting people to face the interview. So here you have somebody, right? Here we'll go with this person will go with recruitment and selection. So this is his function. He cannot do something more. What is his function? Recruitment and selection. Now there is one more lady here. Again, HR department. This is what? HR department. These two people who are there, they are in the HR department. What she need to do? She need to go with training and development. What happens after recruitment and selection? Training and development happens. But he cannot go with training and development. Who will do it? Because this is what is her function, that is training and development. See, understand everything, the structure is divided so that the function of whatever the specialized person is, it is given to them. That is what the structure is all about. Here this is done, now HR is done. Now we'll move on to the marketing here. Now marketing, what happens? She is a marketing manager. This lady is a marketing manager. Now in marketing you have so many other kind of activities. What are they? Now you have here, like you have one here, now you have the second one and you have the third one. According to their function, they are divided. In marketing, what happens is you need to go with advertisement. Now his function is what? He should only concentrate on advertisement. Now here, promotion. He'll only go with what? Promotion. Now advertisement is done by him, promotion is done by him. Now what is that? It is the function, what exactly they carry. Now everybody cannot be master of everything. That's why what the financial structure explains to us, whoever is best in that particular job, they will be assigned with that particular department. That is what the functional structure will explain. Here what happens? Clarity is there, coordination is there, managerial function is there, everything is what? In a smooth way it goes. The reason is what? The entire process is not done by the managing director alone. What is he doing? He is decentralizing everything. So what happens is, whatever happens in the HR, who is responsible? This person is responsible. Whatever happens in marketing, who is responsible? She is responsible. That is what the functional structure does. Now here, now advertising is done, promotion is done. Now what it is? There are something called the public relation as well as the customer satisfaction, all those things. That is what will be taken care by the marketing. Now this person is there, he'll go with what? PR. Whatever the marketing strategies are there, marketing research should be done, marketing research. Now she will do with marketing research. That is what? Functional structure means it is the job given to people according to their function. What is it? According to their function. This is called functional structure. Now moving on, we have the advantage and disadvantage of functional structure. See, everywhere there is a boon, there is a bane. When I explain you about the advertisement or the marketing or the sales promotion, whatever I'll explain to you, even there you have something called advantage as well as disadvantage. I'll tell you what it happens, students. When you are writing your examination, right, sometimes you can actually write one of the point in the advantage and the same point in the disadvantage. I'm telling you, it is not wrong. Because some of the companies, they make that as advantage, some of the companies, they don't make that as advantage, but it is a disadvantage to that company. The reason I'm telling you here, when you are writing advantage, think that you are only going with positive terms. Okay, that is useful. When you are writing disadvantage, you are supposed to focus on even this can be a disadvantage. So when I repeat or when I actually tell you these are the things advantage and these are the disadvantage, don't get confused, because sir, you have written the same thing in the advantage and the same thing in the disadvantage, because for some it is advantage, for some it is what? Disadvantage. I'll tell you the criteria here. Please understand the functional structure. The first one is the advantage. What it leads to? It leads to specialization. Now I gave you an example here in what is that? Marketing and the HR, right? Now, why is that they are actually grouped in HR but not in marketing? Why are they grouped in marketing but not in HR? Because they are specialized in HR, that's why they are grouped in HR. They are specialized in marketing, that's why they are not grouped in HR but they are grouped in marketing. That is the reason. What is that? You will get the occupational specialization. What you will get? The occupational specialization. See, I'm very good in cricket but I'm playing football. It's a waste, right? If I'm good in cricket, I need to play cricket. That is what it is. Right person on a right job, right person for a right place. This is called the real structure, where it goes with your function. What you are good at, you will be placed at that particular thing. The next thing is, it promotes control and coordination. See what it does, it controls everything. That means it promotes something called, you will have a coordination as well as you will have a control. Now MD is there, right? He will have coordination with the marketing manager as well as the HR manager. Now HR manager will have a control over his own department, and marketing management, the girl will have the control over her department. That is why it says it promotes control and coordination. The next is, it increases managerial and operational efficiency. When there is a control and coordination, definitely it increases in efficiency. The last one here, which I'll be explaining you, right? You need to understand minimal duplication of efforts. That means what? There will be what? Reduce. You will not go with duplication. The reason is what? Everybody are concentrating on the functions what they do. That means duplication is minimized. I can never guarantee that there will be no duplication. There will be a duplication, but we can minimize it, we can reduce it but not avoid it. And here is, training of employees are easier. Why it is easier? I'll be asking you a question. Why is it easier? Now supposingly you are done with your MBA in HR, right, and you will be placed in HR department. What happens is, you have people who are only specialized in HR. Now what happens? Training is easy because they are also specialized in HR. You are also specialized in HR, but what it does, they have experience and you don't have experience, so they'll tell everything to you. That is what it happens in the functional structure. Now you have something called disadvantage. Now understand, you need to actually see that what is the advantage as well as what is the disadvantage. Sometimes the advantages are the disadvantage to some of the companies, saying there will be a hindrance. What is it? There will be a hindrance. Hindrance in the sense, there will be a difficulty kind of a thing in the interaction between two or more departments. There will be what? A hindrance, a difficulty. They feel like we shouldn't actually interact, or even if they want to interact, they will not give any kind of a gesture to them. That means what? They will not think anything about them, because they are only for what? Narrow-minded people. I'll only talk about HR means only HR. If I'm in marketing means I'll only concentrate on marketing. I'll not think about the finance or the research and development or anything, right? That is what happens here. Now problem in coordination. Sir, you told me that there will be what? A promote of control and coordination. What happens in coordination? I'll tell you what it is, right? You had this marketing manager and the HR manager, right? Now, supposingly one of them, they are the egoistic person, okay? That person is actually doing something called partiality. Now, what happens is, the other employees, they don't feel like listening to him or listening to her. Now what is the problem? Functional structure is there, it is dependent on the function. HR means only HR. Now what happens is, they compare that marketing department is better than HR department. Here in marketing department, the manager is very good and she or he will coordinate with their employee, but in HR department they don't do it. So that comparison comes. Then what happens? Problem is there. Now interdepartmental conflict, I told you, no, the egoistic kind of a thing, or all these kind of whatever they feel, right, which is unethical. And then what happens is, there is a decline in the coordination, as well as there is what? There is a conflict. Conflict can also arise. The last one here is, it may lead to development of narrow personality. I told you in the beginning, right? If I am going with this functional structure, there is a boon as well as there is a bane. What is a bane? If I am placed in human resource management, what happens is, I'll only think about human resources. I'll not even give a damn to any kind of a thing. That is, I'll not go for marketing, nor I'll go for research development. That means what? I am focused, but still, what is it? I am focused. It is a good thing. Being focused is a good thing, but what is the negative of it? I will not be looking around. That means out of the box, I can never think. I'll be only what? HR is my stream. I'll only go with HR. This is the demerit of functional structure. Now you have something called divisional structure. Please understand here what happens in the functional and what happens to the divisional. In functional structure, it is only for the small companies, but divisional structure is what? It is for a big company. That means the products are more, the employees are more. So what happens is the MD, his work is also more. So what he does is he decentralizes his power. What is the meaning of decentralize? Decentralize means distribution of work. So here what you are supposed to know is this managing director is there, and he will actually take care about all these kind of divisions. What are the divisions here? Need to understand. There is a cosmetic division, you have a garment division, as well as you have a footwear division. Now you will be surprised, you will actually feel that, array, what is this company which you have taken, sir, where you have different divisions, different products, but is it true that these are the companies which actually go with all this totally diversified? I'll tell you, yes, there are companies who are totally diversified, but still they are making huge profit in the departments. The reason is unique, and they're into all the diversified departments. I'll give you an example of a company which is there in the cosmetics, garments, as well as in the footwear. Now you have a company called Zara. Now everyone is known about this company called Zara. This company was started in the year 1975 by a person called Amenico Ortega. Now this person, when he started this, you will be surprised, this company name was totally different. It was not Zara initially, it was Zorba. What was it? It is called as Zorba. But this Zorba, how exactly the word Zorba came, I'll tell you. When he wanted to start a company, he had seen a movie, a famous movie in Spain called Zorba the Greek. Now Zorba the Greek is actually the famous movie which is in Spain, and even now people actually watch it. That is what it is, Zorba. But what happened, Amenico, when he wanted to register this company, make it as a private company initially, Zorba was actually, he couldn't take it. The reason is the next block there was a bar called Zorba. So he wanted to rename it. Now what happened? He had given this name to people for the publicity and marketing. Now he cannot change it. So what they did was they just removed this O and B, and now Z, R and A were there. They added one more A. Now if you will know this fact, you will feel that, array sir, what exactly this story is. The reason here, students, everything doesn't happen with the planning, everything also happened with a fluke, and then they had made one A extra, and that is how this Zara company was very famous. See how they started and now how it is. Now this is a small story about Zara, what exactly happened. Now we'll come to our topic. Now managing director of Zara will actually go with the cosmetic, garment and the footwear. Now he need more people. This organization in that divisional structure is for a big company. Now Zara is a big company where you need to understand, you need more employees. That's why what happens in cosmetics, you need employees, HR is there. In garments you need people, so HR is there. Here also in the footwear also you need more people, that is why HR is there. Where human is there, you need HR manager. It is like without them you cannot move anything. All these three departments are there, right? Here you need what? The finance. So everywhere the finance is there. How much is the loss, how much is the profit, what exactly they need to do, everything should be what? Audited. So everywhere you need a finance. Now you need to market your products, that's why you have something called the marketing department. So if you understand, compare, right, divisional structure, and then you will compare with the functional structure, you will understand functional is only for the small company, whereas divisional structure is for a big company where you have more people. Now what happens, the advantage I'll tell you here, individually they're all specialized. A person who is specialized in cosmetic will actually go in the cosmetic division. So what you will get? You will get more specialization people. Now moving forward, we have advantage as well as disadvantage. Advantage as well as what you have? Disadvantage. Boon as well as a bane. What happens here? It leads to occupational specialization. Now HR will be in the HR, but here what it is like ultra specialization. That is like a pro. How exactly? I'm good with garments. I know the fabric, I know all the clothing, I know every kind of a thing. But if I'm placed in the marketing department of footwear, what it is? It will not be useful. So what it is? Here division structure means I'll be specialized and they know where exactly I need to be placed. If I'm good with garments, they'll only place me in the garments. That's the advantage of it. Next, divisional heads are accountable. Now this is the highlight here. What it is? Divisional heads are accountable. Now managing director will not be accountable. Who will be accountable? Divisional heads will be accountable. Now garment, something happens in the garment, whether it is finance or marketing or HR, who is responsible? Who is accountable? The person who is in the garments, that is the manager of the garments or managing director of the garment, only he will be responsible as well as accountable. Next, increasing managerial and operational efficiency. Here what happens? See, functional structure only the efficiency was there. Division structure, it is also what? Simplified so many times. So here what happens is, here it increases managerial and operational efficiency. Both the functional and the divisional, if you compare, the advantages are similar. Now, it promotes flexibility, initiative and faster decision making. I'll tell you, this is where functional structure will lag. This is where the functional structure will lag, but here it is a positive. The reason is, see, in the functional structure, whatever the training or the development person need to take a decision, he should tell it to the HR manager. The HR manager will tell it to the managing director. Now the managing director will say yes or no, then the answer will come to the HR manager and then later to the training and development. But here what happens is, the garment, the manager is there, right? He will only take it very fast. Whatever happens to the garment kind of a thing or the footwear or the cosmetic, they will take decisions very fast, and it is what? Flexible also. They'll have a proper communication. The reason is what? Who is accountable? He is accountable. That is the reason they'll go for the much faster rate. It facilitates expansion and growth. See, now what happens is, there is a merit as well as a demerit with this. What happens? Now I'm only particular concerned about garments, right? And what the other two are doing, I'm not bothered about it. But what it is, I want to make the company fetch more profit through my garments. So what I'll do is, I'll be accountable. It's all efficiency is there. Now what is it? I'll go with my expansion and growth. I'll only ask the owner to expand the business and to move on. That means what? A healthy competition is there within the company. So what happens? It leads to expansion and growth. In the other hand, you have something called disadvantage. What it is? See, when people are there, when people are involved in doing any activity, you can only reduce, but you cannot avoid. What is it? Conflict. Now what happens? Conflict. I told you, right? I'm in the garment. Now I'll always have problem with what? The cosmetic as well as the footwear. The reason is what? I need to be faster than them. I need to be number one. I need to actually get more profit to the company. So what I'll do? There will be a conflict. What type of a conflict? In a different division with reference to allocation of fund. Now garments people are there. I need more money than the footwear. That is what the reality is, right? The more money I need to get. But what happens? Now they are pumping more money to the footwear. Now I compare. Now there is a conflict between the other divisions. The next thing is, it may lead to increase in cost. Yes. Please understand this. This is a very, very important point which you need to understand. Functional structure is only for the small companies, but division structure is for the big companies. Here what happens is, when there is a conflict, footwear is also getting more fund from the account department. What is it? We'll also write a letter to the top management that we also need more money. Now what it is? It increases the cost of the company. That is a demerit, because again too many people are there. too many salaries you need to actually pay, you need to go with payrolls, you need to go with more of incentives, benefits. Now what is happening? The finance is being pumped to all the department. That means what? There is a cost increase. Next is problem in coordination. The same way I'm telling you here, there is what? A merit of coordination. Again, there is a demerit of coordination. The reason is too many people are there. Too many people are there. So what happens is problem in coordination. The next one is departmental conflict can also arise. Here what happens is divisional kind of a conflict. Now here department in the sense within the department there will be a conflict. What is that? Within the department, now you had HR, you had marketing, you had finance, you had so many kind of a department. Within there also you can have a internal conflict. I'm not talking about the external conflict. What you'll have? You'll also have what? Internal conflict. These are the advantages and disadvantages of functional structure as well as division structure. So understand, students, in a nutshell, I'll just tell you very easily you can understand. Functional structure, divisional structure. Don't think about the structures. Now structure means what? It is a body, right? It's a blueprint. Functional structure means it depends on the function of what you work and it is divided. So managing director is there, here HR, marketing and research development. Done. That is called functional structure. You are not differentiating them with department. It is through function. In divisional structure, what happens is, again, managing director is there. Now you have three of the department. What is it? Department. That is the manufacturing, whatever they do. Zara, right? They started in 1975. You'll be surprised. Zara came to India in 2010, right? Till then we did not know. We used to only import the Zara kind of a thing. Now what it is, Zara is in India and we actually go, we buy, and you all know that you people have used the perfume, the whatever the quality is like outstanding. And here what happened? Departmentalization kind of a thing, divisional structure. So garments is there, cosmetics is there, footwear is there. Now under them, whom you want? You need people, that's why HR is there. Human resource managers, those people are there. You need to market your product, marketing manager is there, that team is there, that different department. Now you need to have finance because incoming, outgoing, everything is going, your debit, credit, everything should be managed. So what happens is you have accounting department, all the three cut, copy, paste. Now understand, this is what is called functional structure and divisional structure. It's a POQ question as well as a 4-mark question. Please try to understand and then write. If you have any doubt, any kind of a thing, you all know what exactly you need to do. Now students, thank you so much for all the comments, what you people are doing, and please study, because the more you learn, the more you earn. I'll see you when I see you.